right. So it's April 15th, Sunday, and this is not a live stream, but it was meant to be. By me, my human brain decided that it would be, but universe has other plans. I'm at the ocean, and we're just gonna go with this now. I'm just gonna start. It's like 25 after 7 Eastern time, and I'm just opening right now, opening the space so that I fill my own picture before I start working on anyone else. And so this is, it's a healing meditation on the Renegade Yogi. I'm going to put it on the YouTube page for Renegade Yogi. And I don't know if it's my computers or where I am, but this is the way this has to get done this week, so that's okay. Please now grounding yourself from your root chakra to the center of the earth. Grounding yourself, sending a root from your tailbone down to the center of the earth, wrapping around the core of the earth. And feeling that strength and that calm, peaceful power from the center of the earth. I'm grounded, I'm grounded, I'm grounded. Opening to receive healing in your highest best interest from me at this time. And you could say it out loud or just in your head. I now open to receive healing in my highest best interest from Carla, or you don't have to say from anyone. I open now to receive healing in my highest best interest. And put that intention powerfully in your heart. Knowing that you can say deserve healing, but also understanding that since we're all connected, that when you allow healing to happen for yourself, you raise your own vibration, and your vibration is part of the collective vibration. So when you allow healing in your own highest best interest, you're actually making a positive contribution to the collective vibrational consciousness. And so I'm giving you permission, and you need to give yourself permission to receive healing in your highest best interest. For those that don't believe they might not, for those that may not believe they deserve healing or whatever, please understand there's a reason that I do this for free, is because we all need this, and you being here with me right now doing this video, whenever you do that, that is a gift to me as much as this healing may be a gift to you. So understand that by you allowing me to heal you and you giving yourself permission to receive it and accept it and raise your own vibration, you're not just helping yourself and me, but you're helping everyone. So please relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. Good. And yawning and burping are a normal part of this healing process, or the way that it comes through me to work. And as I heal others, I heal myself. So this is all for me too. And you may feel cold. Just keep trying to keep relaxing your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. And you can just receive and tune me out, tune out the sound of my voice. That's perfectly fine. Or you can follow me while I just talk through what I'm doing and talk through what's come up that I'd like to share during this time. And in your heart, opening now more fully to receive healing in your highest best interest. And you may not understand quantum healing at this moment. You may not understand why someone who doesn't even maybe know you is able to have an effect on you receiving healing. It's all part of quantum healing, and our minds are very powerful. And if I have the intention to do this and you have the intention to receive this, then it just automatically happens. It's part of the law of attraction. It's part of quantum physics, quantum theory. So it is really happening. So just stay with whatever experience you're having. And I stay in the center of a huge white spotlight of like rainbow white iridescent light. So in this white spotlight of God, it's the highest and holiest creator source energy. You can call it universe or God, whatever term you use. I stay in the center of that big, huge white spotlight, and so I'm protected and surrounded, and there's just nothing but love and pure, powerful, raw love, healing, divine healing energy, which is, helps your entire body reset itself. And even though this is done on a group, you can keep doing this over and over, and we're all connected to each other. And so some of this information may be pertinent to you, or it might not be right now, but maybe you do this exact healing again later. You'll still receive healing. Every time you follow this video and follow this meditation, this healing meditation, every time you do it, you are going to feel, you will receive healing. That is the intention. That's the setup here. That is how we use our minds powerfully to create the intention and have it happen. So I teach distance energy healing, and a lot of my students follow this, and you guys know there's really no such thing as time and distance. We just agree to participate in that illusion because it makes our existence on the physical plane, relax your shoulders, it makes our existence on the physical plane more clear and easy. So open now. From your heart, reach up through your top of your head, through your crown chakra, which is the 7th, your connection to your spirituality or God or your highest and holiest source creator. You're going to reach up from your heart, use light. You may have a color. Don't try and change the color of the light. Allow whatever colors to come to you. Just focus on those colors and allow them to shift, because this universal divine healing energy is much more intelligent than our human brain, and so it just knows what colors. It knows exactly how to reset your physical body. And we're going to clear out anxiety. Now I understand why we weren't able to live stream. So live streaming would have had people hearing and listening, and we have some high anxiety candidates that participate, and it's better for them to just receive for the next hour without hearing me, and then they can listen and follow along after if they so choose. Okay, reach up from your heart, whatever color comes, just a beam of light. Up to heaven, whatever heaven is to you. God, angels, the highest and holiest source creator energy. You're just going to reach up. So through the human being, heaven and earth are united. So up through your crown chakra, you You receive gifts from heaven. You receive heaven's energy and light and love. And then you become one with that through your crown chakra. And then through your root chakra, you connect with and become one with Mother Earth. Good. Don't try. I feel some people trying. Good. No trying. Trying is not doing. Trying is expecting failure. Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. No trying. You just do. Connect with Earth the best you can. Connect with heaven the best you can. And focus on the center point where those two meet. That's in your core, 2 inches below your beautiful belly button, 2 inches inside your incredible physical body. This gift of a perfect physical body for your soul to ride around in as whatever your name is this time around. Your soul only gets one trip on the physical plane as who you are right now. Enjoy your physical body. Love it. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. I love my body. I love you, my body. Thank you. Thank you, my body. And there's an excitement, okay? In your core, remember 2 inches below your beautiful belly button and 2 inches inside your incredible physical body. There's your core. And I want you to focus intently, but not trying. So not too hard. Don't get too grippy. Just hold your mind there so nicely but powerfully on your core and see a spinning ball. It could be a fireball. It could be a light ball. Just see your beautiful core where good. When you focus your mind there, you naturally bring in Earth's grounding and healing energy from through your root chakra. And you naturally, as you just focus on your core, you naturally bring in that divine, beautiful healing, light, love from heaven. And now see yourself in the center of a beautiful, huge white spotlight with every color in that white light. It's iridescent, it's sparkly, it's incredible. And you're standing somewhere on the earth or sitting or laying down, whatever you're doing, and that light spreads out in all directions until it covers more than the earth. It's huge. Good. And in your head or out loud, you say, I open to receive all my blessings. I open now to receive all the divine healing light, letting it pour in to every cell in my body, every single place. Allow that light into every single solitary nook and cranny of your physical body. Your physical body needs healing, because if your physical body is showing you pain or holding pain in it, it's giving you information. It's giving you a nagging information that tells you what you may be doing mentally or emotionally or even spiritually. The other planes of existence ultimately impact the physical plane. And so at this moment, we would like to clear out the physical plane. We ask for perfect healing in the physical body so that we may achieve perfect peace and get glimpses of our true nature, our divine spark of eternal consciousness, the I am consciousness. We appreciate and we're grateful for all the information that the physical body gives us. But at this moment, we want all information washed from the physical plane. We allow it to come back as information through thoughts. Why does this hurt? Why does that hurt? Why was there this condition or that condition diagnosed in me? We don't resist these things. We allow these things so that we can understand. I used to have a tumor in my thyroid because I wouldn't speak. Using that information, I moved out of a thyroid illness, and now my thyroid is healed. I'm not on medication, but I have to speak in order to appease my spirit. My spirit wanted me to speak or teach or do what I'm doing now, which was a very scary thought years ago. I would have said, I can't do that. I can't speak. Who'd want to hear me anyway? Oh, no. I can't do that. Well, I found a way to do it because I wanted the tumor gone and I wanted my thyroid healed. So physical conditions are your body's way of giving you information. But at this time, we powerfully ask for all physical conditions to be removed, and whatever information needs to come to the individual, to you, please come in the form of a thought. This is why. And so it is. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. Okay. There's a little voice that may come up and say this isn't true, or a little bit of fear comes up. That all belongs to the ego. And the ego is not a bad entity, okay? The ego was born the day your physical body came into being, onto the physical plane. We need this ego to move us in the right direction. The ego makes us take action steps. So all the parts work together perfectly if we allow them. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. And now let me clear off of your back. There's a lot of crap coming off of your back. Oh, your body may need to move. You may need to move your head. You may need to shift your body in some way that'll get stagnant energy out quicker. So just allow your body to tell you how to move and shift. Your body has been through more than you realize in the course of your life. Nice. And in your head or out loud, I love you, my body. I love you, my body. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I love you, my body. And now for your ego. We're going to love your ego, but I want you to turn your ego into a pet. Some kind of, if you like furry, or if you like snakes, whatever you like, you can turn your ego into a pet that you can hold in your arms and just love it. And it can be any color. It doesn't have to be a real animal, but something that you can love and cuddle, easily loved by you. So for now, take your ego and any fear that you feel, and you're just you're gonna clear all the fear from your entire physical body, mental body, emotional and spiritual body, and your entire energy field. And you're just gonna compact all that fear into some kind of pet that you can hold in your arms, and you're just going to love it. Feel it. It's scared, and that's okay. Give it permission to be afraid. I'm not going to remove the fear. It's up to the ego for now to remove the fear. But right now we need to separate you from your ego. Your ego mind is not you. Your ego mind is a resource for you. But until you understand who you really are, the ego is not a resource. It's more like the driver of the boat and you're on water skis behind it. And it goes too fast or it goes too slow. You need to be the one driving. I love you, my ego. So I will be putting up this video, and I'm also going to be putting up 2 videos that were a distance healing that I did from April 11th. And that healing was on a healer, a very powerful healer, natural healer, whose spirit is pushing her to be Zen. And if you don't know what Zen is, don't worry about that. But it's basically like being okay with all that is and being so completely present that you're one with all that is. I'll talk about it another time. And in that video, I said, healing goes like this. You clear away the crap that's not you, and you're asked to live a deeper existence that is more genuine. So what does that mean? Actually, it's extremely cool. I saw Jack Kornfield speak, and he says, in a way that's going to be more clear probably than the way I'm about to say it, but he says that in Buddhism, there is no translation for self-hatred. So, no translation for self-hatred because it doesn't make sense. Self-hatred. So, as we heal ourselves and we clear what isn't us, as I clear, I'm going to speak in first person. As I clear away, as I heal, and as I clear away what isn't me, there's less and less crap to, quote, hate about myself. There's less crap to hate or resist. And I always say, it's my personal belief that hate isn't real. It's just fear in disguise. There's a fear when people don't think like us sometimes or act like us. There's a fear that maybe how are they getting away with it or whatever. Anyway, good. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. As we heal ourselves and clear what isn't, as I heal myself and clear what isn't me, there's less and less crap to hate or resist. Less resistance will always mean less pain and suffering. And that's why the Renegade Yogi stuff I do, I bless you, I forgive you, I respect your free will choice, and I love you. I keep this in the front of my mind for all others. So it's my fourfold plan that decreases resistance. You don't have to use mine, but it's a model that you can feel free to use or come up with your own. So when I disconnect from other people's drama, and I go into any encounter with another human being that I already know that I love them, I already know that I forgive them, I already know that I bless them, and I already know that no matter what they think or what they do, I respect all of their free will choices to do whatever they've done and are doing. Okay, I still leave myself open to hating their behavior. Okay, so Gandhi said, love the sinner, hate the sin. And so love the sinner is just treating everybody like they're just another divine spark, and I love them, but I'm allowed to hate their behavior. Whatever it is, I'm allowed to hate their behavior. But when I decide before I meet anyone that I already love them, it makes my life so much easier, so much softer, and so much more enjoyable. And like Wayne Dyer says, loving people live in a loving world. Angry people live in an angry world, on and on like that. The other part of healing, living a deeper and more genuine existence, if I am a divine spark of eternal consciousness, or a soul/spirit, then I am love. As I clear away what is not me, that's the same as I clear away what is not love, I become love. Which to me is light. And I love, John Lennon considered himself a warrior of the light. I thought he was just a neat person. So you can be a warrior of the light like John Lennon, if you like. Okay. I feel some tension below people's belly buttons, so I'm going to be, so if you could just, I'm going to clear from the belly button down. So if you could just keep grounding yourself, push your belly down into the earth as if your stomach, as if you're burying yourself in like the most beautiful either earth or salt water. Good. So below your belly button, just push your belly down into the earth, down into the beautiful salt water. This makes it easier for me to clear, and it makes you more grounded. So it doesn't have to just be during meditation or healing. Going through your day, the more grounded that you stay, the less reactive that you're going to be. So I love Dan Millman's book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. The peaceful warrior acts and the fool reacts. So reacting is just you're changing your behavior based on what someone else is doing. So if someone's yelling at you, you yell at them when you wouldn't have yelled at them. That's reacting. So that's the fool reacting. If someone's yelling at you and you speak kindly to them, even if you're saying, I don't know why you're yelling at me, but if you calm down, maybe we can have a conversation. That is a peaceful warrior. That's staying active. And I actually got an opportunity to do that while I was a charter pilot. I flew this really unbelievably bad behavior family to Nantucket one day, and I was graced with the opportunity to see how powerful I was at the end of the flight when they just came unhinged and were screaming at me. I felt my blood pressure rising. I felt myself sweating. You know, my physical body was going through all of the stress response, fight, flight, or freeze, and I got to use the opportunity to use my mind to stay a peaceful warrior and stay active instead of reactive like a fool. And it was a very, very, very cool experience that was incredibly valuable. And after it was over, I felt incredibly powerful, and it was really, really cool. I never raised my voice, and I was able to use my mind to push my body into parasympathetic mode of rest and digest into healing mode. Well, so rest and digest, and out of the stress response, the sympathetic mode of the autonomic nervous system of fight, flight, or freeze. So while I was having communication on the physical plane, I was able to calm my body. It was really neat. Anyway, I wish that for everyone. And you can do it. And this is part of your training, I guess. Okay. So, if I am a divine spark of eternal consciousness, or a soul/spirit, then I am love. So as I clear away what is not me, that's the same as clearing away what is not love, I become love, which to me is light. I always made honesty important in raising my children, and in order to be able to expect honesty from them, I had to earn their trust in me. They had to be able to totally trust that if they tell me a truth that will put them in a bad light, like bad behavior, if they have to come clean on bad behavior, that I'll accept their bad behavior as if it was good behavior and not freak out and yell. Okay, relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. Good. For this moment, for the next minute, just hold your hands in front of your heart if you choose. You don't have to, this is optional, but hold your hands in your heart like you're holding a ball that's not really there. And just see yourself in between your hands floating there. And you can wash through with energy, or you can just give that self, give yourself. So all planes of existence, your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body, you can wash through it or just give it energy, whatever you feel. Just hold yourself in a ball, in an energy ball right in front of your heart. And I want you to do this for yourself. Just give yourself just pure love and acceptance for all the behavior you've ever done that maybe you're not happy with. But you will allow that self to pour out the truth. Get rid of anything that they might be holding on to or hiding from themselves or anyone else. You're just going to give yourself permission to have committed all those behaviors that you're not proud of. You're just going to say, I love you unconditionally. I deeply and completely love and accept you unconditionally. And anything you've ever done is all is forgiven. And you're just going to wash away. You're going to wipe your own slate clean, okay? So you're going to now see yourself through the eyes of unconditional love and just accept all behavior from your past. So you're going to be love and light, bring complete acceptance, like I love you anyway type of thing. Good. So even though I'm doing this without anybody, I can feel the energy ball getting stronger. So because the intention is set, so good. I deeply and completely love and accept you in all your behavior, good, bad, and different. Relax your shoulders. So when I'm able to stay loving, when they make themselves vulnerable to me in admitting bad behavior, and I thank them for the truth, then I earn their trust and I become someone they can tell the truth to. Everyone wins. You need to give this to yourself, allowing yourself to give you the truth. Coming clean. Then you can wipe the slate clean. I'm sorry I ate a whole ice cream cake by myself in one sitting, but I did it. Okay, I love you anyway. I'm sorry I spent far too much money when I went on vacation. Okay, I love you anyway. Thank you for the truth. Just wash it away. I'm sorry I said that to my kids or my spouse or my parents or in-laws. That's okay. I love you anyway. Thank you for telling me the truth. Just like last time we talked about kinesiology, the truth makes the physical body stronger. Nothing changes until it becomes what it is. When you stand in the truth of whatever it is, then you have the ability to make the change towards what you truly desire. What you truly desire is really what your spirit desires for you. And in the video that I'm posting, what was clear was that her spirit, the distance healing from April 11th, her spirit wanted her to understand that she's perfect and lovable, and that it wants her to just tell me what you want so that I can give it to you, so I can show you who you really are. Because the happier you are and the more loving you are, the more you'll see your own love. Your higher self wants to give you what you want. Your higher self wants to tell you that it forgives you for everything you've already done. Your higher self wants to tell you that you don't need to be any better. You don't need to try any harder to be a better person or to be a good enough person to deserve everything that you desire. You already are that. And by trying to be a good person, you end up moving in the wrong direction. Healing work is extremely ironic. The irony is where the lessons are. If you've ever had a friend that complained about someone else, and they complain and they complain and they complain, and in your head you think, my God, this person has no self-awareness that they do all that stuff. That's them. They're describing themselves in a hateful way, but that's what they do. Because we hate in others what we deny in ourselves. And other people are just mirrors for us. People are just mirrors for our higher self to say, this is something I would like to clear out of you right now, because it is a block to love. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. You're doing great. You're doing great, great, great. Okay, so kinesiology makes your body stronger with the truth. When we tell the truth to ourselves, we can create the change we desire towards living a more fulfilling life. The distance healing from April 11th that I'm sharing is for one specific person whose soul is moving her towards the same healing end, but her information and the way it is presented, there's a lot of swearing in it. So if you don't like swearing, don't watch that video, because it may tweak you, unless you want to see what it feels like to get tweaked with the F-bomb in a distance healing information. It's unusual, but it happened. So there's a lot of swearing, but it helped that person move forward. It's kind of like a exclamation point, the F-bomb in that information sharing video. So that specific person whose soul is moving her toward the same healing end, but her information, the way it's presented, may not resonate with you. That's okay. Even listening to it with the intention of getting something out of it will move you towards the end you desire. And so part of the information that came through was her spirit is moving her towards a Zen existence. And not everybody needs Zen. So Zen is basically merged, it's a merging of Buddhism and Taoism. So I study the Tao, follow it to the best, because it makes me feel like I'm moving in the right direction. I wouldn't call myself an expert on it. There is no, the first thing is the Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. So, and I don't say Tao. It has to do with my teachers, my mentors, being Korean. And anyway, so in her information, her Zen process is about, it's like you don't weed a garden once and be done, and you don't cut the dead heads off of a flower bush and then you're done. You never have to do that again. You have to see the beauty in the process of what you're doing. So you clip and weed your garden in your mind, in your physical body, in your mind, and your thoughts. So your mind, your body, they're gardens. And so in her Zen information, you weed, you deadhead. She's probably a gardener. I don't know, but she probably is interested in gardening. That's why the information would come for her in a way that resonates with her. So you don't just weed the garden once. You weed it multiple times. And weeding it is part of the process. You don't, stare angrily at the garden, getting pissed, when a weed pops up or when a flower dies and needs to be clipped. So that is the way it came. So oh my God. Do you see how beautiful you are? I mean, do you have any idea how beautiful this existence is? Can you feel it? You guys are so incredible. I'm so in love with all of you people doing this. It's like, I don't care how you found this place, but thank you for coming. And we're not done, but oh my God, you're just amazing. Look how cool the whole thing is. You're this beautiful, divine, powerful, divine spark of energy, a soul or a spirit or whatever, and you're trucking around in this incredible physical body that holds issues for you to let you know that you're out of sync with your spirit. And your heart gives you intuitive messages through feelings. It tells you when you're unhappy or when you're angry or when you're sad. And it gives you that information so that you can move in a different direction. I used to be an airline pilot for United, and I lost my job 3303, and I was not happy. And now I understand why. Humanity is incredible. And imagine if every single divine spark on the planet just focused on their own joy and love and light. If everybody did their own work and raised their own vibration, and they just brought the light, then we wouldn't see everyone, we wouldn't see people fighting over what they think the truth is. The truth stands alone. The truth needs no defender. You work on yourself. You raise your own vibration, and the truth finds you. I can literally ask a question, genuinely ask a question in my heart, to my soul, and the answer will find its way to me. It's an amazing existence, and I appreciate all of you here. As you weed and deadhead your inner gardens, and enjoy the beauty of you and your process. That's the process. You don't weed a garden once. You don't deadhead a garden once. It's a process. So as you weed and deadhead your inner garden, you heal yourself and you clear away that which is not you, that which is not love. And you naturally move towards love for yourself and then naturally for others. So probably most of you understand the word namaste. Namaste. I honor the divinity in you, which is also in me. I honor the light, which is in you, which is also in me. Namaste is big. It's huge. That concept, it's more than just something that you say after a yoga class to the other participants. Namaste happens constantly. I honor the light in you, which is also in me, but I also honor the hatred, which is in you, which is also in me. This is, we hate in others what we deny in ourselves. I honor the hatefulness that's in you, which is also in me. I honor the anger in you, which is also in me. When we meet someone who irritates us, gets under our skin, however you want to say it, our spirit, in our heart, in your heart, your spirit's going, look at this person. Your spirit's saying, look in the mirror. You see this? This is a block to love that you possess. Because I'll tell you, when I was self-righteous, when I learned that I had a self-righteous block to love inside, my spirit said, time to get rid of this. Just the mindful awareness that I had a self-righteous streak, I had a propensity to be self-righteous, which blocked me from love. It blocked me from blessing others, forgiving others, respecting their free will choice, and loving them. Once I had the mindful awareness that I had that self-righteousness block to love inside, I was able to dissolve it, dismantle it, and now I'm not self-righteous anymore, but what it left was this incredible ability for me to be compassionate for people who are self-righteous. And I see them, and I don't hate them. I don't hate them at all, and I don't feel sorry for them. I don't pity them, because pity is a negative vibration. I just feel compassion for them, which is love plus understanding. And I understand what they're going through. And I don't add to their stress by hating them. But if I was never self-righteous, I wouldn't have the level of understanding for that person that I actually have. It's just like moms. Women who've been mothers see new mothers when they're so tired and they're so stressed and they can't think straight, and they're like in the grocery store and they're like, oh, and you can tell they want to cry, and they're like, oh, they're just so tired, and you're like, oh, what can I do for you? And I had these women in the grocery store one time when my daughter was about 2, maybe not quite 2, and she was throwing the tantrum of her life in the beer aisle, and it just made it worse that it was the beer aisle, because I don't know, it just, a 2-year-old in the beer aisle just seemed like the worst aisle to be in. If she was next to the diapers, I think it would have been easier for me. But anyway, right next to the beer, throwing a tantrum from hell. And my son was older, but he was stuck in the carriage, and I tried to put my daughter in timeout, and she crawled at light speed faster than she ever did. Oh, so she wasn't 2, she was 1. And she starts crawling like I mean 20 miles an hour, crawling away from me, and I'm like, oh my God, I really had no idea what to do. And I'm trying not to yell. I love my child, but I'm so embarrassed and blah, blah, blah. And this lady comes up to me And I had all these groceries in my arms, and my son was stuck in the carriage, and I didn't want to leave him, but I had to chase her down. And this woman says, "What can I do? What can I do to help you?" She comes up to me and she says, "What can I do to help you?" And I said, "Can you just follow her, please? And I'll go around the other way," because she was already rounding the bend into the next aisle. And then the woman just abandoned her shopping cart and did what I asked. And she didn't touch Grady, but she was just talking to her so gently and so lovingly. And she says, I thought we're supposed to sit still in timeout. I thought timeout means you're supposed to sit still." And it was like, oh my God, I was so thankful for that woman right then. And this total stranger showed me so much love in a moment that I needed it. And it was like I was so grateful. And I got everything back under control, and about 5 aisles later, same shopping experience, there was a woman who was older, and I could see she was trying to make eye contact with me, and I was trying not to because I thought she was going to give me this stink eye, everybody heard my daughter. They heard her from the dairy aisle to the produce in this grocery store. They heard her. Oh, she was loud. So I thought this lady was going to give me this stink eye, and so finally I just said, okay, I'll just look at her, get this over with, because I could tell she kept trying to make eye contact with me. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she said, "I just want to tell you that the way you handled that situation was so loving and so amazing, and your children are lucky to have you as a mother." And I started crying right there. And ironically, I think we were next to the diapers at this point. And my son, who was older, was like, "Are you crying?" And I was like, "Yes." When we're there for each other, it's like strangers, oh my God, you guys, it's so freaking powerful. And it is amazing. And it is the way, it is the way. And there was some commercial for some movie just recently. And I have ADD, in case you didn't notice, so my mind is bouncing around, but it's all relevant. And it's some religious movie, I think. And the guy says, and these people are suffering. I think Paul is in the name of the title, in case you're wondering. But it's like, and this guy says, love is the way. Love is the way. And I always say, Thich Nhat Hanh says, there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. It really is. Oh my God. So, the Renegade Yogi stuff's great. I bless you. I forgive you. I respect your free will choices. And I love you. But I don't need that back from you. And that's important part to remember. I do these things for other people. I do that for my own self, my own spark, I take care of my divine spark of consciousness. But I don't need that back. If I need someone else to give me those 4 things back, then I'm actually steamrolling their free will choice to be disrespectful or hateful to me. I have to respect people's free will choice to treat me like crap and to hurt me. I have to. Otherwise, I'm not doing the 4 things I'm intending to do. Okay. So, I love you. Now, I want you to gently and lovingly look to the left. And if you're new to this, just go with it. You'll get the hang of this. Or maybe you'll watch an old one when it first started. So gently and lovingly, just look to your left, and I want you to see people fighting. I want you to watch people fighting. They have signs. There's one side and another side, and they're fighting. I used to try and stop people from fighting each other. I used to try and get between and try and explain one side to the other side and the other side to the other side. And I realized, after I learned the lesson multiple times, that my energy was contributing to the fighting in multiple ways that I'm not going to go into right now. So from here, from our peaceful, grounded, powerful Renegade Yogi self on our awareness, please gently and lovingly look to the left and see people fighting with their signs. What happens in your body, physically, what happens? Do you get nervous? Allow me to clear that nervousness, just like when I was getting screamed at by that family on the plane. See how it all comes back around when you let your mind jump around with ADD? Beauty. So just remember what I went through on that plane when I was getting screamed at, and I stayed the peaceful warrior. I stayed active. Use your mind. Witness the fighting. Witness the signs. Witness the sides. Witness the clash. Witness all that stress and fighting. Witness it from where you are. You're not in it. You're not there. You're safe. Okay? Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. Lower your heart rate if it goes up. Tell your body, parasympathetic mode, parasympathetic, parasympathetic, parasympathetic. You can just chant inside your mind to create what you want, because your mind is powerful and your body follows your mind. So your body may become stressed out and stressful, but it's just doing that to help you understand and to say, I'm ready to fight, flight, or freeze. And then your mind is more powerful and your body is subservient to your mind. So your mind says, no, thank you. I'm safe and sound. Stay calm. Go back into parasympathetic mode of rest and digest. I understand what's happening. Thank you for the information. Go back to that powerful parasympathetic mode. When you're in the parasympathetic mode of the autonomic nervous system, you see more options, you see more answers, you see more solutions. You stay calm, you stay rational, you see more ways to solve problems. When your mind is stressed out and scared, it's easy to be programmed by people with less than perfect behavior. So it's your job to keep your mind calm and rational. And then you can raise your vibration and heal your body, weed your garden, deadhead your garden, enjoy the beauty in the process. And now again, look at the fighting. Good, that's better. Witness the fighting, and that's okay. Those people want to fight. That's their choice. That's their free will choice. So look at all of them and just find it in your heart to say, I bless you and your fighting. I forgive you and your fighting. Because chances are you're more interested in a peaceful, loving world. And so it would be easy for you to blame people who are fighting for not having a peaceful, loving world. But the only way to peace is peace. The only way to love is love. So by removing more and more people, removing themselves from the fight, more and more people choosing love, choosing peace, the fight gets smaller until they're down to like hardly anybody, and they say, where did everybody go? And then they start to look for us, and you'll see where we go at the end. Okay. I see all the fighters, and I know that they're making those choices, and that's okay. I bless you and your fighting. I forgive you and your fighting. I respect your free will choices to fight. And I love you. And so it is. And now just coming into your own grace, standing in the center of that big white spotlight of protection and love, just drinking in all the love and the peace and the power and the healing that you can the last few minutes. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Again, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Open all your cells in your entire body, down to the nucleus of every single cell. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then you can deeply and completely love and accept all others more easily. Nice. Just come into that grace of who you are. I am a divine spark of consciousness. I weed my garden, I deadhead my garden, I enjoy the beauty, I enjoy the process. And now, when you're ready, gently shift your gaze to the right. And as you look to the right, you see another group of people with high vibrations. These are high vibrational human beings. And the grass is green over there, and there's flowers and rainbows, unicorns if you like. And they're in the light. And each one is themselves. Each one is their own divine spark. They're not all looking the same. There's no sides. Each person is complete and completely joyful. They have a high vibration. So enlightenment is 700, but right below 700 of enlightenment and above, right, is peace, joy, and love. And all these people to the right that you can see, they're not clumped together. They all are dancing in their own space, or moving in their own space, or just sitting in their own space, or jumping, whatever they're doing. But each one is an individual, and they're in the light. And their vibration is anywhere from 600 and up. So peace, joy, love, enlightenment, and above. Each person is their own person. And that light, they're fulfilled. They're in their peace, they're in their joy, they're in their power, they're completely empowered. And they're all different colors, and they're all different genders, and they're all over the world. They're in all different parts of the world. There are people in this meditation that follow this meditation that live in other parts of the world. And I thank you, and I love you, and I'm grateful for all of you in here. All you peaceful renegade yogis. I love you. Okay, you see them? Each person is in their own light, is in their own space. Each person knows they are love, and they know the others are love. There's no thought of fighting. There's no thought of violence. They all bless each other. They all forgive each other immediately. And they forgive themselves. Don't forget to forgive yourself. They all respect the other's free will choices, which is easy because their free will choices are usually high vibrational. And they all love each other. But they all deeply and completely love and accept themselves as divine sparks of consciousness. And each one knows their spark. They know their desire and what they desire. And they also trust that their spirit, their life is directing them towards greater and greater abundance in whatever shape and form they desire the most. And they live in perfect peace because they understand they're one with the highest and holiest source. And they understand that it's easy for them to create whatever they desire. And they also know that when they create what they truly desire, they get to see how amazing they are. They get to see their divine spark in all its glory. And they understand why the highest and holiest creator source energy would want to give them whatever they want, because they are the highest vibration. They're the highest vibrational source of joy and peace and love in the entire world. So they know that they deserve. There's no deserve. They are one with whatever they choose to manifest. And it comes to them easily because it's manifesting through their divine spark. That doesn't take the time to question if it deserves it or not. It just knows it's one with the highest and holiest source of love. And so whatever they choose to manifest is in their highest best interest, and it's also in the highest best interest of all the other sparks. It's so easy, and they can look clearly into each other's eyes. And notice too, they're not connected to screens. They are looking at the ocean. They are creating centers, and they're creating whatever it is that you want to create. Whatever your heart deeply and truly wants to create, chances are It's in service to other human beings. Of course it's meant to be created. Who am I to create an incredible healing center on the ocean, 30 acres with a labyrinth and yoga every morning? Who am I not to? Who am I not to create that? Because it came through my heart. It must be what I'm meant to create. All I need to do is raise my vibration and join that soul party with all those other higher vibrational souls. And that's where you are. Right now, you're joining the soul party. You're moving away from the fighting, which is totally fine. It's a valid choice to use your physical life to fight. That is a valid choice. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be available. It's a valid choice for people to drink themselves to death or hurt themselves. It's a valid choice. And by respecting people's free will choices, you set yourself free from any and all drama. I love you. Take this in right now. I freaking love you. You're amazing. You are amazing. You're a powerful force of love in this entire universe. And I am so grateful and so happy that you incarnated at the same time as me. We're all in this together. And I love you. But I also love everyone else. And when I hold the space for the people with bad behavior, and I love them anyway, and I heal them anyway, when I hold that space, they have an easier chance to prove me right, that they are able to be loving, that they are capable of being peaceful and powerful and loving and empowered. I hold the space for every other human being, no matter what their behavior is. They can change at any moment. And there's so much grace in that. Thank you so much for joining me in this meditation and this healing. You can watch this as many times as you want. You can share it all over the place, whatever you want to do. I love you. I deeply and completely, I love and accept you. Just take that in. I deeply and completely love and accept you. And you are the reason that I do this. You are the reason that I set aside time on Sundays to do this. You are amazing. And so it is. I know you can't see me, but I'm going to finish. I'm going to walk outside and you'll be able to hear the ocean. Just use the sound of the ocean to wash away anything that tells you that you don't deserve all the love that I'm giving you right now. Because you do. You're amazing. Amazing. I love you. Listen to the ocean. It's washing away anything that blocks you from love. Be the best you. I love you so much. I love you.